of sand just next to the Kaveri, and there was a jamboree because of the Panchalinga Darshana itself, and somewhere from in the middle of all this sand I could hear the wails of a woman, and it was very eerie, and it was the famous three-line curse, Talkadu Maralagali, Malangi Maduvagali, Mysuru Dorigadige Makkalagadidalli. And as I looked around, everyone around me was talking about Alumelama as if they knew her as their neighbor. And this is Rani Alumelama. She was the one who jumped from the cliff into the Kaveri. So while rationalists and historians sit today and debate on whether she was there, what is the scientific reason for the sand dunes in Talkad, which is a scientific issue, but then a historical chronicler, where does he draw the line about can I just rubbish away all these facts and legends which have been so deeply entrenched in people's beliefs, and is it insensitive on my part to just dismiss it all? So that is where most of these legends, I've stated them in the book, but at the end of it all, I'm a science student, and I'm someone who's in the 2008, and so subscribing to them completely is also something that my conscience wouldn't allow. So it was a very tightrope walking in between these two parallels, what to take, what to leave, at the same time what is your perspective that you're going to put. So this is where I think the untold story part of the title actually comes, that I've tried to put in my own little way, the modern thinker's viewpoint on an ancient story. It's very interesting that the Wadiyars, when they come into the picture with a legend associated with them. According to tradition, they were not localites. They actually came in from Dwarka in Gujarat. And like everyone claims, we belong to the Surya Vamsha, Chandra Vamsha, we are descendants of Rama, Krishna. So the Wadiyars also claim that they are the descendants of Lord Krishna. And so these people, apparently Yaduraya, as was mentioned even in the film, was guided by divine dispensation. He had strange dreams every night where goddess Chamundeshwari used to appear in his dream, and there was some urge for him to leave Gujarat and go to Mysore. Mahishuru is called there. And when he went there, he just followed his heart and went to Mahishuru in 1399 is the story. He didn't know what to do. He just took rest on the banks of the Kodi Bhairaveshwara temple, and he heard local washerwomen talking in the morning about the chieftain of the place having died and a usurper trying to take over. And quite coincidentally, the queen, the chieftain's wife, also had the same dream. And Chamundeshwari told her also that a guy is going to come from Gujarat and save your family. So the next morning, the queen sends all the weapons to Yaduraya to come and kill the usurper, and the rest, as they say, is history. And that was what was supposedly the foundations on which the Wadiyar dynasty was founded. It's all nice as a nice legend, but if these people were from Gujarat, how did they manage to understand the talk of local washerwomen who were probably talking in Kannada? And